tall in your spine, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. I want you to imagine that there's two really big sandbags resting on your shoulders, really heavy, and they're just kind of pushing weight down. They're energetically dropping your body in. And as those imaginary sandbags are pushing the chest, the shoulders down and back, you also imagine your heart still protruding up and forward. That even though there's a weight on your shoulders, and it feels pretty freaking heavy, that you're still able to open the heart, to push your chest out. And now I want you to energetically imagine that you are individually taking each sandbag off of your shoulder and start to roll your shoulders out now that you've taken that weight off. Feel a little bit lighter. There's some weight off your shoulder. And just for this little 15-minute stretch and restore, keep that light sensation, the imagination that there isn't any weight on your shoulders right now. Awesome. And then from where you're sitting, make sure you're still comfortable. Take your right arm to your left ear. So my right hand reaches for my left ear, tilted over to the side. Look up over the left shoulder. If it feels right, half bind your left palm behind your back. So each of our necks are very different and unique. If you want to tilt your head down a little, tilt your head up a little, go to the place where your body gets the most sensation. I even open and close my mouth a few times. It feels good to stretch your jaw here. Awesome, and then bring your head back to center. Take your right hand and reach it for your left knee. Just a little seated twist. I'm keeping my bind behind my back. That feels good in my body. It's up to you. Now you'll notice, is there a place where you can kind of drop a shoulder, lift a shoulder, squeeze, twist, even bring your chin towards your back left shoulder to get more of a cervical stretch? Creating space around the heart. Doesn't take much, just a little bit of breathing. A little bit of visualization, taking the weight off. Awesome, and let's switch to the other side. Now take your left hand to your right ear. Pull and tug. First, you can even feel just that really small opening, even with your right hand extended to the ground. If you want to take that added bonus, hand behind your back. Open and close your mouth or tilt your shoulder. Remember, the idea is to keep deep breathing. Research proves that even just 4 deep breathing breaths, that total about a minute, can slow your blood pressure 10 points, can bring your concentration level back into the moment, your focus exponentially more beneficial throughout the day. Awesome. And then gently bring your head back to center, left hand to the outer right leg, seated twist. Your sides are super unique, so just feel the place right now, in this place on this side that you get the most stretch, chin towards right shoulder. Depending on your neck flexibility, I'll show you 2 layers. Layer 1, you'll rock back. Oh, shirt. Grab your feet, and you're kind of in like a half plow. So my legs are over my head with a hamstring stretch. Or if you feel ready to take on a full plow, legs all the way over your head, compress the back of or chin to your chest, and the back of your neck gets a stretch. So we're gonna be here a whole minute. If at any point you need less tension, you can bend your knees. If you want more sensation, keep reaching your toes over your head, as if your toes could literally touch the ground. Some of you might be able to. To advance, untuck your toes and put, like if you painted your toes, put that toenail side onto the ground. Point your toes. You're halfway. Now this decompression is so beautiful for your neck. You're getting a beautiful, bigger upper cervical stretch. But again, thinking sometimes we hold so much weight, those sandbags on our shoulders. And we take this time to remember, we don't have to carry all that weight. Maybe today that's you asking a friend for help to carry some of your load. Or maybe it's just using this stretch time to energetically let that load go. If it feels good to get some momentum, go for it. Otherwise, just move slow. We're going to meet in a tabletop. Whether you rock and roll, swivel to the side, tabletop pose, please. In your tabletop, lift your left arm up to the sky and put your left hand behind your head. Yep, breathe in, look at your elbow, hand behind your head. Tap left elbow to right wrist. Do this a few times. Stop in the places where it's harder to breathe. So for me, it's like at this up point when I'm looking up, and then at that very down point when I'm squeezing and threading. With my hand behind my head like this, it's ensuring that my thoracic, my middle spine gets a stretch. Keep your knees energetically pushed into the grounds like they were fence posts. Don't let them move. And then you really make those twists to dynamically take the weight, the tension that we create out of the diaphragm, all the muscles of the torso. Awesome. Breathe in, one more, lift all the way up. Then exhale, thread the needle and drop your arm, drop your left cheek. Perfect. Holding steady in this, thread the needle for about a minute. You can feel your upper left back open. Maybe you half bind your right arm behind your back, just like we did in that starting meditation. The last little layer I'll offer you, if you want to reposition your right hand back down for support, kick your right leg out to the, left leg, my bad. Left leg out to the side for lateral kick. Awesome, like this. Yeah, there it is. Just a little bit more inner outer thigh work. 3 breaths. You know, I'm wearing my Irish gear today, St. Patty's. It's a reminder to us that we write and create our own story, our own narrative. That luck is not about having a lucky life, but it's about saying and knowing you have a lucky life. About creating your own luck as a residue of the design plan that you say, the story that you tell. Come on back through center, please, and let's do the whole thing on the other side. Tabletop, right hand behind your head. Look up at that elbow. For me, this feels like such a good little back release. That exhale, right elbow to wrist. Inhale. Exhale. Taking on a few, reaching and extending. I'm even like pausing in that extra space where I'm just getting a little bit more. Last one. Then thread the needle, right arm under, right cheek to the mat. If you liked the half bind, or you can also set yourself up by kicking the right leg out. Hand back. It's pretty intense when you add that side kick. The intention of these stretches is to be more of like a mindfulness stretch, because it's not just about stretching and it's not just about meditating, right? Sometimes we need both. And for my kind of A-type personality, I need a little bit of both. I need to move a little and breathe a little. And so hopefully by the end, you feel just a little bit more connected to your body. There's not going to be miracles per se, but the story that you write, the narrative is, I'm a little bit more connected. I'm tuned into the signs and the signals. Oh yeah, feels good. easily come up. Now the last stretch is up to you. You can either go back to that plow that we did. I'm going to use a release tool. I'm going to use a tequila bottle. You can use this one if you want to. So in this release, I'm going literally down to my back, putting a block or a bottle under my neck. And this is my favorite part about it. When I do it, I'm going to look to the left and look to the right. Now, for me, this is not plow. Turnley's going to do the plow thing. You could take that again, second set for a minute. But if you have a tool like a bottle or a pillow, or not a pillow, something hard, a block, I want you to rock your head side to side. And in the act of rocking, in the act of using this release tool, you're going to get all of those tight cervical muscles that are at the base of the occipital bone. So maybe you pause to one side and really stretch it. Now if you're in plow pose, you can even keep your neck straight, but bend your right knee down towards the side of your ear. Yeah, so like alternate, take a little bit of time with the left knee bent to your ear and then the right knee bent to your ear. Those of you that chose a side with the bottle, you can kind of go to the other side, just breathing. This is one of my favorite ways to release my neck. I hold so much tension in my neck. A part of me thinks that maybe that's why I had Bell's palsy 5 years ago, because it's attached. It's the nerve that attaches to the C7. And I used to get a lot of funky chiropractic adjustments. We'll never know. Bell's palsy, the paralysis is never, there's not a trace back to why. It's just inflammation in the nerve. But with a tight neck, there's no way that the heart messages can get to the head, you know. We're all stuck in our head that way. All right, those of you that are in plow pose, gently come down to broken bridge so your knees touch and your feet wiggle out wide. Those of us that have the release tool under the neck, just leave it. Broken bridge your legs and breathe. Final minute. Broken bridge is a really subtle hip flexor release with your knees touching, your feet wiggle out as wide and far apart as you can. Super subtle stretch. So I want you to take back your narrative today. The past 24 hours I've been really fucking angry, actually. It's kind of funny. I haven't been able to write my narrative how I want. So I want you to visualize the rest of your day. Write the script as to, you're not going to be able to change the circumstances that happened to you, but how can you write this as if you were telling someone about your day and it was one of the coolest days you've had in a while? Can't change the circumstance, but you can change how you talk about it. Wow, the sun rose today. It was awesome. I had enough to put food on the table. I'm not hungry. I'm not sick. I don't have the flu. See, the luck of the Irish, it is not because they are lucky people. It's because they believe that they're lucky people. That's how they write the story. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. If you have the release tool, slowly take that out, tuck your chin to your chest. Everyone move into fetal pose, no release tool please. Roll onto your side to reset your neck. Press up to a seat, hands at your heart, eyes closed. Let's seal in this sweet meditation. Grateful for the health that it gave you to be even in this stretch practice. Repeat after me. Hey today.
Hey today.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
For the luckiest week of my life.
For the luckiest week of my life.
I'll look for the good.
I'll look for the good.
I'll pinch the non-green.
I'll pinch the non-green.
And I'll laugh as much as I can.
And I'll laugh as much as I can.
Everyone take a deep breath in. Namaste, Namaste. Thank you, demos.